What's happening, friends? Roleplaying Unlimited would like to welcome you back to Open Table D&D Monday. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, where don't tell us what your poets are doing, those Himalayas of the mind. We have a full table slated for this evening. I'm going to double check over here. See who's all assembled. So far, 5 out of 8 players have jumped in. Looks like we've got a running a bit late message here, but that's nothing unusual or new. Thank you for joining us after the week off. Thank you for joining us during the week off for the dungeon crafting streams, the occasional Last of Us. But for right now, we are in full D&D mode here, my friends, and we're going to pick up our Monday adventure where we left it off 2 weeks ago with the capturing of the Elven Enchantress. Let's get us into the game and see what's happening here. Actually, let's get the game page loaded up, because otherwise I'm going to transfer us to a black screen right here. I had to do a system reload a few minutes ago due to system snafu. Any second now. Hey, what is this? A subscription from our good friend Drunk Pally. Thank you so much, my friend. Are you with us? Two-month streak. Very nice, very nice. Always appreciate it. We do appreciate your viewership, your support. We could not do it without you, friends. This should get us, yes indeed, to the proper page. We're going to have to do our usual roster assembly, computer, assemble the mask agents best suited for this mission. Gonna jump into the open table chat and wish you all a good evening. How's everybody doing?
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hello.
Howdy, strangers. Thank you so much, Evil Dawn, for the lurk. Much appreciated, my friend. Let's see, we are still waiting on Noble Thief. Should be jumping into our voice chat. And then otherwise, I'm thinking, what is it, Dom and Wild Bob? Double check. Yep, Dom and Wild Bob. So, yeah, once they jump in, we'll get it going. In the meantime, we've got our roster switcheroo to do here. Thank you there, J-Man. Appreciate the lurk. Thank you for being here. Enjoy some dubstep while I get this going.
Wub, 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 wub.
Is dubstep still a thing?
Dubstep has always been a thing. Dubstep will never die.
Yeah.
Disco will never
Skrillex
die.
is making a comeback. actually. So
Disco is not dead.
exactly.
All right, Asilitim is present. We also have
Yep.
Eldon Timbers. Oh, looks like Drist is going to need to craft a character from scratch here, so that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Also
sometimes
tragic
we are P.
between the two recent magic items that you've basically given me. Good luck trying to hit me.
Well, sometimes hitting is not the objective. Stop trying to hit me and hit
You're
me.
not wrong.
Alright, I am definitely a bit out of practice here. Let's get us over to the correct playlist here. First and foremost, we're going to be in the middle of... Hey, Westy, what level are we here on Mondays? 5? 2?
I
12?
think they leveled up to 5 during it, didn't they?
We just hit 4, I think.
I'm the
Yeah,
wrong
I'm still
person
3.
to ask.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
I have 11,300 XP. That was before, because people leveled up during the session, except for me, because I leveled up before the session.
Right.
So now I'm
So-
closer to 6 than they are. So
Yeah, I'm just going to have to double check then and see what everybody's character sheets look like here. And Drist is going to need a Game Link invite, which would explain why he is not in here at the time. Okay. Game, table, Monday. Man, who created all these effing channels? Goodness.
I don't know, some game master or something, I think.
Yeah, somebody's just trying to show off every frickin' thing that they're interested in. Makes me sick!
I think we're missing channels then, if that's the case.
Yes, we are. All right.
Somebody better tell the channel maker that we're missing channel.
All right, so Jaime is in. Welcome, welcome. Gonna get a character sheet set for you. Okay, character sheet should be set, and I am looking at a level 4 character, another level 4 character.
yeah, they might have been 3 and then leveled up to 4, whereas I
Right.
was 5.
And looks like Judar is going to need to level up to 4. Even if you miss a session, your XP will still track in the same progression as the average party level.
I'm still 3.
In that case, Blaze, you would also ascend to level 4.
What? Level 20? Love it.
22.
Godhood.
Is that
Even better.
100 XP?
Level 4 is what, 6,500?
Sounds like a correct number.
Let's see, who is Talon? That is Ben's character. Okay, also
3,600 is level 4.
36. 65 must be level, what, 5?
Quite possibly.
Let's just see.
Yeah, my note said at one point, set XP to 3,600, get level 4, so... Is Jamie R in voice chat? I don't know who that is.
That is Drist.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Looks like Drist might be having issues.
Whoa! I would say that's an issue.
That was a
That
machine.
sounds like a mic issue, yes.
What's going on there, Dom? Welcome, welcome.
What's up, guys?
All right,
The
that's
ceiling.
so level 4 is going to be the level that everybody is at a minimum. If you are not at least level 4, 2700 XP, and the Character Mancer will activate for you to do that. And then I want to double check. Okay, Fringe is playing Eldon. Tuki Tuki is Dom. Durlus is Wild Bob. Yep. So then we need Judar back into the group. Chilling out over here in the ethereal side. Likewise, we need Blaze coming back in. And then Drist is making his character currently. And then who am I missing here? Oh, Gideon. Assuming that Noble Thief shows up.
Per Dritz posting in the other day channel, they might just have to listen if they can't get the right mic to work. I don't know if you saw that.
Gotcha, I see. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, definitely see what you're able to get going. If it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. Hopefully a system restart or something will get the job done for you. Alrighty, well, we've got that set up. So now, a brief journey through where we have been so far since we took the week off. We are here on planet Jespa, seeking an energy source that we have since determined to possibly be some kind of weather control device. On the first level here, we were assailed by some scorpions and some rust monsters before accessing a portal that led us to one of the unknown vaults that are scattered throughout the known astral planes. Found some cool items in there, and we can see our party making their way to the next area, which, after some time heading up the mountain, was here. And all of our characters are assembled inside of this cozy mountaintop cabin. We can see bits of snow outside. It is freezing up here. A human and elf and their half-elven children gave the party some information about where they may possibly need to go to seek their objective, as well as the information about the weather control device. And that leads us to here, where we have spent the past... Well, we ended the session before last, coming into here, and then last session we spent all of which fighting off these traitorous elves, half-orcs, and snow goblins, for lack of a better descriptor. They're all blue-skinned, but otherwise they seem to function much the same as goblins as you're familiar with. And at the conclusion of this combat, zooming in closer, we can see our party here, Asilitem, Eldon, and Durlus, surrounding our fallen enchantress, who fell off a bridge, broke her neck, and then she had a vial of drow poison dropped onto her, which has knocked her out for who knows how long.
It's
We
only
call
been
this a
like,
bad time.
it's been what, like 15 minutes since it was applied to her?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Like 15, 20.
Yeah. So she is still out. We are here inside. We have already thoroughly looted these structures, the one to the northwest where the goblins were staying. We did not find too much aside from the treasure chest that had the drow poison in it and some scattered coins. Here is where we had some more luck finding the things that we were looking for. And yeah, half of our party is not on this screen, so let's deploy from the shuttle. Reinforcements en route. And let's hope the correct tokens are assigned. We need... let's see. I'm gonna get Tuki inside here. And then Judar will be just outside. With no vision assigned to the token, so that makes sense. There you go, you should be able to see now. Those hit point values assigned. Not sure why we lost all of that. Perfect. And then Blaze as well, joining here outside with Judar. Probably, yep, the same. No vision assigned. Update that, and you should be good to go now, Blaze.
Thanks.
Yes, indeed. And then otherwise, I guess we're just waiting on Wild Bob, right? Otherwise, everybody is here. Noble Thief possibly joining in at some point. Yeah, that was definitely not working when Jaime tried his microphone. So returning to the adventure at hand, we have this captive. We have 2 party members joining us from outside. If you just head up the stairs to the right. That will reunite you with the rest of your party.
I see Judar, but I don't see my token.
You are right here. Oh, looks like my GM layer has frozen here again on Roll20.
Should you go to the one on the right or on the one on the left?
Blue one now?
Oh, which tree? The right?
The one on the right.
Correct,
Yep.
yeah.
We're the big one.
Gotcha. Possibly won't have another player here tonight as well, but that's all right. Roll with what we got. My GM Roll20 layer is completely frozen here. I can't even exit the game to get back in, so just bear with me here a few moments. The table is essentially yours for RP at the time because you've got the captive, and the next move is yours. Thank you there, patient, for the lurk. Much appreciated.
Oh, Patient's lurking. Hi, Patient.
So, what do we do with her? She clearly led an attack on us, albeit ineffective.
She also seemed to be the leader, like she was clearly being protected, so she's important
Correct.
to somebody.
Anybody have
I
any
think,
smelling salts?
He's pretty out of it. That was a pretty potent potion that you threw into her face. Or that was thrown into her face.
Yeah.
She could be out for
Also,
quite
I
a
think
minute.
it wasn't mentioned, but we still have that locked box that I found underneath the chest in the other tree that I don't think we were able to open last time.
We did get that open. We found potions in there and some other stuff.
Yeah, I think we were able to open it.
Well, there was the box that had
Or-
the potions in it, and then underneath that there was a slim.
Oh, that's right. The subspace. We didn't get to that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember now.
Is it
It's
a
only been 2
magical
weeks.
box?
Is
Because
it-
I would still have detect magic going. So, or is there magic inside of it?
It appears that there's magic inside of it, which normally you might not be able to tell, but it appears to be something quite potent.
Well, there is definitely magic inside of the box. The box itself is not magical, though. And you said it's locked?
It is.
I am not one for quick hands that would be able to unlock that, unfortunately. But
I believe there was a keyhole to it, but we have been unable to locate a key as of yet.
Correct. I'm turning the snow off just because it's actually messing up my system here.
oh, good. The snow wasn't hitting us anyway, so
Exactly. It was the
because
the
the
weather
magic dome.
control dome was
Yep.
yeah, protecting you.
Wasn't there something to search down on the lower floor on this other one too?
There was, and we already have. That was
Yeah.
where we found the suit of armor, I believe.
Oh,
Yep. We've already glanced in all of this building with detect magic, I believe, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
we spent like
Yep.
the last 25, 30 minutes last session.
Yeah. Yep.
I wanna come over here to this desk that's over in the corner, and I wanna search it to try to see if there's a key in the desk.
While he's doing that, can I do my mage armor for 48 seconds?
Hmm. You can only get 44 seconds.
Okay.
I had to roll max. Oh, very cool. Just got a message from Noble Thief on their way home and should be with us shortly.
Sweet.
Yes, indeed.
Do you want me to roll anything to try searching the desk?
It's pretty self-explanatory. The desk is not locked. There are some basic correspondence, things in there, paper, pens, what have you. No keys to be found.
How small is the lock in that lower section?
It is pretty tiny, almost like the kind of lock you find on like a journal of sorts. Like the key might be the size of a fingernail.
And you said pen. Is it like a normal, like a Bic pen, or?
It's like your normal calligraphy supplies in this setting here. Like they've got the ink and the quill for dipping.
Got it. Okay, I didn't know how advanced this system was here. So.
Right. It appears they're pretty advanced, but it looks like they're still holding on to some eloquence from the Forgotten Age.
Well, it's possible somebody on the. I mean, it's if there's a key for it, then it'd be good to find the key. And we did search her for everything, right? She didn't have any. Does she have like a piece of jewelry that looks like it matches the keyhole, or?
She does have some jewelry on. You took her rings, thinking they might be.
Yeah.
But the necklace that she's wearing just appears to be decorative. And it doesn't seem to have any connection to this tiny box.
I want to go back and search. So I'm going to come across Waddle across the bridge. Waddle.
Patient
Waddle,
just
waddle,
wants
waddle.
to know if you guys are going to toss the elf off the cliff already, or like what's happening.
Funny. And I want to come over here and I want to search that one goblin or whatever it was to see if they have any small keys on the one that said that the box was theirs.
Gotcha. Well, on a second search, you do find something you did not find the first time. There are no small keys, but the goblin does have a pack of cigarettes.
Being over here with Detect Magic, does that reveal anything?
The tree itself is enchanted. Both of them are. It seems to be like a magical abjuration. Probably to protect like fire resistance or something, you would imagine.
Gotcha.
I'm going to find pull cigarettes out of my pocket and go, and toss them over my shoulder.
All right. A giant hand reaches from the ethereal above. It looks like my hand, and it grabs the cigarettes and snatches them up.
I'm going to scream in fear.
Thank you. Puff, puff, puff.
Looking down here with Detect Magic, do I see anything? Or is there any desk, or is this just a tunnel?
That tunnel.
I guess I would have come in. Okay,
Right.
yeah, I would have come in that way because that's where, like, the tunnel went under and then came up.
Exactly. That connects to the bridge to the
Mhm.
southeast there. I'm thinking at this point, let's start rolling some insight checks. Oh, Jaime is typing. Hopefully it's good news that at least character is ready and able to play through text. I know a lot of our players prefer to play through text. Very cool. Character is finished. I will definitely take a look here.
Well, that's a terrible roll.
19 insight.
I like that. 15, also respectable. 11, not bad. Also not bad. Sweet. Alright. So,
Question: why is there 2 numbers in that box? I've never discovered why.
I always have everybody's character sheets set to what is called always roll advantage. Effectively, if we realize after the die has been rolled that, oh, actually you're flanking, you should have had advantage. Or, hey, remember your character is under this condition effect, so you have
Got
disadvantage.
it. Okay.
Then we have both numbers and we know which one to go with instead of, oh, that's right, now I'm going to roll again. It's just a time saver.
Lovely.
Okay, so we spend about another half hour here just kind of pondering where this key could be, searching every place we can think of, under the sheets, under the pillows, inside the pillows. One of your characters, we won't say who, has possibly been to the big house and starts stabbing the mattress and tearing it apart, thinking that it might be secreted in there. No such luck. And we start to kind of consider some other alternatives when back inside here, the enchantress begins to moan and groan and come to. And I remember that we tied her up and it was not very good, so we tied her up again.
Yeah, we redid it.
And
We redid it quite well.
For sure, yeah. Jaime should be seeing all black on the map right now. Let me just take a moment, take a look at his character, Argo. Level 4. Da-da-da-da-da. Ah. It's one thing I love about all these new additions we got there. Thank you so much, Ben. A lot of new character concepts that I have not had the privilege of seeing before. Alright. I mean, I'm not going to peer into every part of it. The attributes look correct. Hit points look good. I think your AC is probably off, though. If you're playing a monk, it should be your dexterity plus your wisdom plus 10. So I think your armor class would be a little bit higher. Otherwise, let me find a monk token for you here, and we'll get you right into the game.
So I've come back over to the other trunk. I'm going to come back over to the desk, and I want to take a couple of the quills and take one of my daggers and shave 2 of them down. I'm going to try to fashion them into lockpicks.
Okay. So, as the elf begins to awaken, she starts speaking in a very sharp tone, obviously in Elven. Does anybody speak?
Negative.
Looks like Jamie's typing gaming light.
Yeah, Jaime's coming in here shortly. There, his character looks good to go. And I'm just looking for a token right now for him. I thought I had more than that. Maybe it's under a different keyword.
Does anybody know Elvish?
No.
Are you able to speak another language other than what you are speaking now?
She spits on the floor and says something else in Elven. Hey, Jaime.
Judar says something to her.
Oh,
Judar says something to her.
I understand Elvish.
Say
Please
again there,
don't.
Judar. I'm sorry.
Judar says something to her in Draconic.
She looks over with a spark of recognition, but she does not answer in Draconic. Instead, continues muttering in Elven. It seems obvious that she either doesn't want you to understand her, any of you, or she just will not deign to speak a lower language.
None of the mutterings are spell-like, are they?
None of the what is what?
None of the mutterings that she's thrown out are spell-like.
You know, speak of the devil. Power word kill.
Oh, dang.
She just says, die. Jaime, are you able to hear me at least? Respond in the Roll20 chat if you are, please.
So, do I translate for everyone since I speak Elvish?
Well, fantastic. Then that would be a yes, sir. And give me just a second here. Jaime is typing in response to me asking, so I'm assuming that's a yes. He's listening through the stream, so he's probably got like a 10-15 second delay. Alright, well, I've got a token for you right here. Let's assign that accordingly.
If you can hear him, then you could still join Discord and just that way you're on the same time sync as us.
Right. Yeah, hopefully you should be able to hear through the Discord. Just
Yeah.
obviously your microphone is having some issue and you can't speak through it.
I'm gonna do comprehend languages through class trait.
Well, alright. And that, vision set. Hi, Poplu. Okay, Jaime. Here you are, my friend, and let's get a look at what this could be. This is obviously a dwarven paladin of sorts. Best watch your P's and Q's. So what she is saying in Elven, she is cursing all of you for breaking into her sanctuary, for slaying her husband, for slaying her brother, and for slaying her protectors. And she is swearing vengeance if it is the last thing that she will ever do. She is going to extreme lengths, saying, it doesn't matter if you execute me and scatter my body parts to the four winds, I will still find a way to destroy you, even if it means selling my soul in the afterlife and coming back as some kind of revenant to ensure your demise. Like, she is just all kinds of fuming and anger right now.
So
So
I take it we
translate to tell everyone she's just mad that we didn't wipe our feet before coming in.
Well, lady, you attacked us first. We weren't gonna do anything, but you just started attacking us. Are we not allowed to defend ourselves?
Just keep in mind that only two of you understand what she actually said, and you're both responding very differently.
I assume we also get the gist of what she's saying, or no?
It depends on if your translator is giving that to you, because Fringe can obviously understand it, but
Well, I'm saying if she's like, if it's really, really vile and like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
it's not just the dirt
no,
on the shoes thing.
Yeah,
so.
no, she's not like speaking to you in a calm tone. Like, she's muttering and or whatever Elven sounds like.
Yo.
Whenever someone says like Elvish or like D&D, I always think the Elvish from Tolkien, and how it's the language from the movies that was made.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very, very elegant.
I could just cast sleep and we wouldn't have to hear it.
Yeah, Tolkien actually wrote that full language.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he did. Professional linguist. Alright, looks like Noble Thief is imminently bound. Oh, and there he is. What's going on?
Not much. Sorry about that. I was having a birthday dinner.
Hey, very cool. Your birthday or somebody else's?
Mine.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
You get to roll dice for your
Happy
birthday. That's
birthday.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
As the birthday boy, or however you identify, I did believe they deserve one free roll 20. that 20 for the session.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking something on par with that. Let me find your character. Okay, here we go. I have Gideon in the archive. There we go. Restoration into the party. And Gideon is currently likely going to be in need of an upgrade. Oh, definitely. You are currently level 2. You are going to need to upgrade to level 4, my friend.
Hell yeah.
I just enter your XP. Your red anvil should be pulsing there. Click that. Character Mancer should walk you through it unless you want to do it manually. And then I will get your character token deployed to the party here as well, so you are good to roll whenever you're done.
Sweet. Could you give me access to it?
Absolutely.
No. Thank you.
My pleasure. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Should have access now.
Thank you.
Absolutely. There we go, and then there were 7. Jaime's doing a PC restart. Did you already do that? Is anything working better? Possibly. So, in short, to catch Noble Thief up for sure, since it's been a couple sessions, we are here in an elven forest where we have captured a villainous elf. And there is apparently some kind of weather control technomancy device somewhere nearby that is the focus of our search. Currently, you can see we are all gathered inside here. This is the fallen elf who, at the current moment, is just cursing all of you for killing all of her family. Yeah, she is just all kinds of pissed. You killed her husband, you killed her brother, you killed her protector, you killed all of her people. And yeah, she is just swearing vengeance to the ends of eternity and back. And right now we are just discussing what to do with her before proceeding to wherever it is we're going to go next.
I can take my parchment and write her a nice sorry note.
She is evil, right?
He's okay with that. I mean, she attacked us in
Is she evil?
I mean, evil is all perception. I mean, to her, we're evil. So, but Eleanor did say that they were unfriendly to Mo, so Eleanor being the elf at the
Correct.
house thing. So we're told that they're not friendly to others. I don't think she's going to ever be okay with us just leaving her here alive, though.
So I just
No, evil's evil. If she's evil, I have to kill her. I am a paladin.
Everything goes silent.
I mean, do what you must.
We still need her. Don't offer. We're trying to figure out what's going on. So just cool it for a second, okay?
Just ask the question, is she evil?
We don't know yet.
That'd be between you and
That's your answer. Besides the fact that killing someone in cold blood is rather distasteful.
Yeah, she's kind of tied up. I don't... My issue is I don't know how we get her back to the ship unless we can get the ship here and they wanted to do something. We don't have any comms with the ship, do we? That we can ask, like, hey, is there, like, a bounty for this lady?
We can just roll her.
I can cast sleep on her.
Well, we have sleep potions that will knock her out for quite a while. Kind of seems a waste.
She's an elf. I'll throw over my shoulder.
There are no comms that connect to the ship, but technically our on-screen, off-screen transition that we have here with the open table does allow us to access the shuttle, but that's not really a storage place.
Yeah.
If we wanted to leave the mission and all of us physically get on the shuttle and take her to the ship, that's definitely a possibility. You do not have you're not denied access to the ship from where you are, is what I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, yeah. See if she knows where. See if she'll tell us anything, but I kind of doubt it.
I can talk to her and ask.
You might have to do more than just ask, but give it a go.
Was there a response to me or Blaze trying to talk to her?
I'm sorry,
Initially.
I must have missed what exactly you asked.
Wasn't so much asked, but just responding to her very
your
grumpiness.
Your translation. Was there any response in that respect, or is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to investigate what is happening.
Well, she does kind of give a wicked smirk now that she knows some of you can understand what she's saying. Not really anything gained by the investigation or the persuasion check. She does kind of stop her ranting now that she knows she's being understood, but occasionally when in the midst of your discussions, she'll kind of throw a barb in.
That is uncalled for. We're post-fighting and whatnot. You lost. Don't be a sore loser. We weren't trying to fight you. You guys attacked us.
All of you will perish in the 9 hells. She responds.
That is a possibility, but it won't be by your doing. Thank you very much.
Well, since I can translate and speak to her, I try and deceive her into getting us what we want to know with lies.
That's
that
a terrible
she
roll.
wants to hear.
Roll an insight, Blaze. Seven. Man with a +5, double twos.
Do you want me to roll insight as well, seeing as I did comprehend languages?
Yes.
Hey, I like that one.
My deception was high, but my insight was low.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts?
Ooh.
I don't see why
Now
not.
that I can. That giant text block. And then to Fringe. Does she know anything?
Wait. I do not see a copper piece on your character sheet.
Oh, dang it. I do have a copper piece, though.
Son of a...
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
he's guaranteed to have a copper piece because all of us just got a crap load of coins and there were copy pieces in that, so we could just like ping toss over a coin.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, one of the characters that was here last week but was not here this week, they actually picked all of your pockets, and that's why they're not here this week, because they're going to be here tomorrow to spend all of the money where you can't get them.
Ah, dang.
Damn, pretty sure I just gave somebody a bad idea.
So,
so let me read
as-
this freaking monument.
yeah. So, initially, just getting her surface thoughts into French, who's been trying to communicate and everything. Does she know where this weather device is that's protecting this area? And that's just in common. But I'm trying to get her what her surface thoughts are for that.
You do sense that she is thinking of a cave, but she does not respond to you, of course.
Like, can you ask her if she knows a direction of where this thing might be? Like, is there...
We're trying to find some sort of weather machine. Do you know anything about this? Something to control the weather?
She kind of does like the Stewie Griffin slow head tilt, where she just kind of looks at you like, "What the fuck are you saying?" And in the process,
in the sky, weather, rain, snow.
And can I also
wind.
push deeper as he says that? So
and-
she has to do a wisdom save.
Correct. Wisdom save. Let me break out her character sheets. I'm an enchantress. I better have some kind of defense. Come on. Is this a... It is not. Okay. Alright.
I assume 16 because it doesn't list anything. So it'd just be my spell DC.
Magic items, I think. Well, yeah, if you're casting it, then it
Yeah,
should be
because it's me
yours.
casting. Like,
Right.
the item gives me the capability
Right.
to cast it. So
Yeah. If it's a spell that's stored in the item, then I think it has like a set DC determined.
then
by
it would have
the
its own, correct.
DMG, yeah. All right, well here we go. Whoa!
Ow! Okay.
Your
So,
dice still need taken away from you.
I mean, let's try it again.
again.
Hey, third time's the charm. She just will not fail that save. Then, of course, after that, it's
By the way-
contested intelligence checks. Oh, yeah, now the dice are bad. There we go. Recharge them back to good. Save that for some attacks.
Yeah, so the spell just... At that point, the spell would have ended.
Okay.
So, like, at her succeeding... So I would have got, we would have learned the cave information, but nothing further.
Right. She just kind of turns.
And she knows somebody was probing her.
Right, and she turns toward Eldon, who's asking her the question, and she just says, I have already told you, of course she's speaking in Elven, I've already told you that I will follow you to the ends of eternity and back. There's nothing that you can do to me here and now that will make me tell you anything.
Well, lady, we can punish you by carrying you with us forever and ever and ever, and you would just have to put up with us until you're dead. So how does that sound?
Clearly, you do not know the patience of an elf. But possibly try rolling an intimidation on that as well.
Clearly,
say
you
I
don't know
can-
the tenacity of a gnome.
I rolled a high deception. I could deceive her into
I
thinking
rolled a
that I have-
21 on intimidation.
Woo!
That is my first good roll with this gnome.
I could deceive her into thinking that I have the ability of necromancy under my magic, and just kill her and raise her as a zombie follower for the rest of eternity.
All right. So she kind of does the Vince McMahon gulp thing there as she considers that possibly you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I will. I'll carry around in a pocket forever. You will be stuck with us.
Well, I don't think she wants to be my zombie follower for eternity.
And what is it that will happen should I tell you this information?
We will go our merry way and leave you alone. You attacked us. We will leave you be. If you're willing to at least tell us what's going on here, and you promise not to, come after us. We're sorry about what happened, but you did attack us first. It's called self-defense.
And she kind
I'm
of looks
still
up.
putting her to sleep first.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Blaze.
No, I was saying that, if she agrees, I'm fine with leaving her be like the other guy was saying, but I'm definitely casting sleep on her before we turn our backs on her.
Gotcha.
Right. I think if we're gonna hit her with one of those super potions, and that way it's a guarantee she can't come after us.
So obviously an exaggeration, but she kind of looks at you with a crooked eyebrow from her hog-tied to the corner, swinging from the ceiling position, as though she has any hope of survival should you just leave her here in her current state.
A gnome's promise, we will untie you, but we'll make sure you can't come after us. Sound good?
Yours is an honorable arrangement. I shall honor it. The device you seek is within a cave to the southwest of here, across the river. Through the cave passage, it may take you some time to navigate. It is not easy to pass through. But
Any information about this cave that will help us on our journey?
it is not inhabited, nor is it trapped. Simply winding. It will take some time.
Is it only one route, or are there branching off passages?
There are branching passages. This is what will take you some time.
Would you be willing us to map us around as for the way we're supposed to go?
She looks over at the dead half-orc. Cartography was his specialty.
That is fair. I am sorry about that.
You wish to have a map?
Speaks the halfling Gideon here.
Hello there. I have a bit of a few tricks under my sleeve. I might be able to produce something of sorts.
Lovely. Would be swell.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use this ability.
Oh.
Performance of creation. As long as it's not, let's see. So it can be up to 80 gold pieces, I believe. The gold piece value, 80 gold piece. So I'm going to essentially create a map, mapping out everything of this place, if I can. If you'd allow it.
Interesting.
Maps are usually very inexpensive, from what I know.
I'd like this ability.
It's a silly ability. I'm just a silly little guy, doing my best.
Absolutely. I mean, she can certainly explain in a rudimentary enough way that once her words are translated into Gideon's song, it creates this map.
Yes. I'd like as extensive a map as possible, because it can be up to medium size, or smaller.
Sweet,
yeah.
Sweet.
So
Yes.
any traps and such, I'd like to be marked as well.
Yeah, the cave complex itself is, as she says, uninhabited, untrapped. It's it was designed more to cause one to just kind of give up hope that there was anything in there due to the winding nature of its passages.
Nice.
But on the other side of these caves, once you make it through this map that you've created, there is a small ruins. And this ruins, she specifies and enunciates a second time. This ruin predates her people's presence on this world. Her people found this ruin, found this device within it, and they do not know how it was activated. She claims that she was not there when this device was discovered.
Ooh.
She doesn't know how it was activated, how to turn it off, what it even looks like, really. But she does know that on the other side of these caves, because she has been to the caves and she's been to the entrance of the ruin with, she looks around at the corpses around her, she knows that the doorway to access these ruins is magically trapped. But she doesn't know what the effect of the trap is because the people she went with magically deactivated it.
Understood.
And
Do you
then
know
last-
how it's deactivated?
It was a dispelling magic, if I recall correctly.
Good to know. Does anybody know Dispel?
Yes, I can do that.
Lovely. We're gonna need that when we get to the door.
That is within my capability currently. Do you want to ask her about that box, by the way?
Oh,
That
that's
was
a good
really
idea.
annoying.
Hey,
That was a
Miss
really
Elf.
annoying box.
There's this box in the other tree.
No,
cavern
it's a
thing.
small box, so we would have it with us.
Oh, we brought it back.
But it's
Let's,
just small little box, right? Or no?
You've actually solved your own riddle just through the process of time and the old adage of you stop looking for it and you find it.
Oh no!
Because Asilatem and a few of you that had rolled 15s on that insight earlier, you had already kind of started to consider other possibilities before she woke up to go back to that spot. And essentially what you're thinking is, so it's essentially like the key that we have, but smaller. And then, bing! We need to cast a reduce spell on this key. It's the same effing key.
That's stupid.
They're gobos. Their creativity is rudimentary, but rather ingenious in a way as well.
Well, actually, now that I say that, yeah, I hang on to the key that we use for the other big box, and hold on to that little box, and we can take care of that later if somebody can reduce its size.
Perfect. One foot in the pocket.
I can have
We could enlarge the box as well.
That would work as well. Yes, because
I
the
can do
key
both.
would then fit. I can do neither, so
I can do both. I'm
Oh,
very
you can reduce.
I would assume that enlarging with the insight previously, I would assume enlarging the box would also work the same as shrinking the key.
It should.
Okay. Logically, it checks out, but magic.
I guess we just have to worry about it enlarging whatever's in the box.
Hopefully it's a diamond.
Let's enlarge the box.
Oh no, I may have opened Pandora's box.
But yeah, if I didn't, was that Gideon that you said you could do that?
Yes, I can.
That would be wonderful, I think.
Wonderful.
We
Yeah.
can probably do that as we
Yeah.
leave her. on the way there.
Okay.
Now that we know that.
So
No.
are we wrapping up in being in the wood thing, the tree? There we go. That's the word.
Wrapping up the
We're-
scene.
Were you untying her then?
So I'm going
Is
to.
that what the deal was?
Yeah, so I'm going to say, we're sorry, Miss Elf, about what has transpired here, but it is what it is, and I hope someday that you can forgive us. And at the end of that, before she has a chance to speak, I'm going to splash her with one of the drow poisons again to knock her back out.
Gotcha. Well, good thing you got her and specified before she started to speak, because look at those effing dice. 18 and 19! Jeez!
No.
I think Roll20 just gives me a D4, but it's really 17, 18, 19, 20.
It's ridiculous.
It really is.
Yeah. So yeah, before she had a chance to say anything after that, I'm going to splash her with one of the drow poisons and then entire.
Wait, I forgot all about this. No! Oh!
Blaze, you don't have to worry about this. We're doing a high level thing, a potion thing.
We're gonna burn one of the drow poisons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do
My
we?
bad.
Can I do a divine sense, please?
I was just using magic.
A divine sense. Fire away. Go ahead and post that into the chat log when you like. Right. Well, yeah, I mean, that definitely answers the question of whether she's evil or not. She is absolutely freaking evil. No doubt about it.
I cut her head off.
It doesn't actually detect evil.
It registers strong evil. Right, you know the location of Celestial's fiends are undead, which apparently she registers as one of them.
Well, that sucks after we promised her, but okay.
So I cut her head off.
Roll an attack. It's going to be an automatic crit, because the drow poison is going to knock her out, so she doesn't really have a chance to move out of the way. And roll an additional 2d6 damage on top of that to cover the crit. Ah! I mean, a potential of frickin' like 20-something, 28 points of damage. So it's ugly. It's like the rusted blade that hasn't been sharpened in a year, which of course is not what Judar is carrying at all. But it's not the cleanest hack, and she is still kind of like twitching. So, in mechanics terms, she is in death save mode, and she's failed 2 of 3, and that's going to finish the job right there. And her lifeless body is now registered with an X.
What the hell is your problem, man? We promised we were going to leave her be.
That seemed excessive.
I never said that.
A sneaky paladin.
I said if she's evil, I'd kill her.
Well, what's done is done. We know where the cave is, so...
At first she was mostly dead, but now that she's all dead, we can go through her pockets and look for loose change.
Oh, we've already done that. We did that. Like, we... Out of game? Sorry, guys, we looted everything.
Yeah, we made off some pretty good
cleared.
loot.
We cleared this shit. It's good. It's done.
Well, all right. With that carnage complete.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Ivy!
Hey, now we can join.
Yeah. Using my phone, which I don't like using.
Oh, yeah, not the ideal, but it can work in a pinch. So I'm gonna turn the table back over to you here now that my NPC is now counted among the dead. Have a smoke out on the front stoop real quick, and when we come back, we will advance to the next map and our next adventure. See you shortly, friends. Are you with us?
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, no, at the end of last session, we looted everything, we searched everything. The only thing we couldn't do anything with was that little box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of stuff that was received. There was
So our paladin killed her like that guy on the Green Mile. We just took him forever to die. Brutal.
no, what else did we get? We got a ring of evasion, a amulet of the drunkard, some healing potions, some magic arrows, magic scimitar, magic scale mail, whole bunch of drow poison, whole bunch of gems and coins and stuff like that.
What is the workup on the scimitar?
Duras has it. He has both the scale mail and the scimitar.
Were any of the weapons not claimed? Because I'm still just rocking a quarterstaff.
No, everything was claimed. There wasn't anything left over. It was all things people would actually use and utilize.
Okay, cool.
So everything was already claimed? Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I guess I was kind of hoping she'd drop something after death that wouldn't be available in a search of pockets.
What is in your insides?
No, yeah, we super looted everything. We're loaded.
Yeah, because we dealt with the goblins and I think the one elf pretty quickly. The orc lasted a little bit as a protector who failed to protect pretty bad. And then she beat, like Tragic was kind of saying, she was up on the bridge to begin with. She fell off of that, rolled a nat. Did she roll double nat ones or just a nat one? I forget. Took a couple levels of exhaustion, just was horribly beat up, and then
Was not having a good time, no.
Yeah, Tookie threw the drow, without knowing what it was, threw the potion in her face, and she straight up passed out, and we cleared the rest of the board. Then we went through everything. She was tied up.
Yeah, that probably would have been really bad if it was like a healing potion or something.
Yeah, I think we knew it wasn't a healing potion. They just didn't know what it was. Like, well, this is abnormal. Throw it. Definitely unpleasant for her. And it ended even worse.
Now she's put to rest in hell.
Hey Dritz, did you check to see if your input-output settings for your PC were set right for audio?
Yeah, they were set right. I've checked it.
That's weird.
I mean, I somehow can hear YouTube when I put on a YouTube video. It works just fine, but through Discord it doesn't.
And you've checked the settings in there?
I've never changed the settings since the past 2 weeks, past 3 weeks, or anything like that.
Very strange.
I mean, the only difference is that I switched back from Linux. When I was using Linux the last time we were on, and now I'm using Windows 11.
Something got whacked with that transition.
What are we waiting for?
Tragic's taking a smoke break.
Oh, fair.
Which I think is hilarious because the ethereal handed those random smokes that I found and sneered at and tossed. If it's any consolation, Drist, I have lost Bluetooth completely on my PC, and I've done like everything I can to get it back, and it won't come back.
Yeah, because my Switch controller works on it with no easily.
You can use a Switch controller with a PC?
Yeah.
Well, that's fancy.
I mean, the Switch Pro controller, it does use Bluetooth.
Oh, the standalone controller they released. Yeah, like a normal controller. Never mind. I forgot if they put out that kind of stuff.
Same thing with the Xbox and the PS4 controllers too.
So are we going further into a dungeon?
We'll probably be going through the cave next.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Is anybody low in health or anything?
I still need to adjust the weapons on my character, and so.
And I am back. What's happening, friends?
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Hanging out, vibing.
Very cool. Back on our main screen here. Jaime was saying something about his weapons.
Yeah, cause on my sheet it just doesn't have the weapons I want to use.
Which weapons are you looking for?
A quarterstaff and a sling.
Gotcha. Let me show you a quick shortcut. You see that lowercase I above the chat log? Should be right next to your journal, just to the right.
Yeah.
So click on that. That's our compendium. Every spell, item, and rule that we have in our shared books can be found there. And if you search for quarterstaff, you'll see all the different options pop up. And just go to the first one that says quarterstaff. You don't even have to open it. Just wait till the word highlights blue. And make sure your character sheet is open over the map section. And you can just drag that right onto your sheet. And it'll populate all the information for you.
Are you serious? I've been adding stuff manual.
Oh, yeah. This right here, I made a little cheat sheet for everybody. I forgot to show it again this week. But if you're new to Roll20, this is pretty handy. Some of it's pretty basic, manual dice rollers, how to type in emoji, or emote. But if you go down to like the middle and the bottom, like that's the more valuable information, like how to ping, how to measure things with the ruler, and then especially how to use the compendium and how to save space on the tabletop. If you still have all of our avatars up on your tabletop, the very bottom paragraph, definitely use that and change it to names only. It's going to save you so much space. So there
Yeah,
we
the
go.
only reason I got the sling is to use as a distraction, not to hit, not as a weapon.
All right. See how that works out. So we got everybody's character in play here, and we are ready to roll on to the southwest, across the river, and into this this cave area.
Definitely seems like it.
Yes, it do.
Does anybody want extra health? Who are our tanks here? Does anybody want to?
I assume Judar would be up in the front.
Fair bet.
You mean
I'm
you
willing,
mean 10 health points?
I'm willing to cast aid if anybody needs it.
I'm good.
Is that like a group thing, or is that an individual targeting?
I can get up to 3 people. I'm going to include myself with 2 other people.
I will pass on it, but thank you.
Understood.
Does that give you 10 health?
No, it gives you extra health to your full pool that can be healed. It lasts for 8 hours.
Sure, I'll take it.
I mean, if nobody else will step up, I'll take it too.
But take 5 extra health to your health pool. I will take 1 as well.
I'll be at full health already, so won't bother me.
Okay, let's continue.
Very well. We depart this side of the mountain, making our way down the other slope to the southwest, and we do spot this river that she was speaking of. Do we want to try to cross the river just swimming across it, or do we want to try to search for a passage across?
I'll search for a passage, if that's alright. Very small.
All
I
right.
prefer a passage. I'm afraid of water.
I will assist. I am also small.
Also roll survival checks in combination with the perception, please.
Alrighty. Can I use guidance on those as well?
Absolutely.
And can I have my owl for advantage?
Woo! Yes.
That is a terrible survival.
Well, still pretty decent collectively, at least. We'll kind of use the terrain around us to figure what would be a logical place to have a bridge. And once making our way to that area, our perceptive party members are easily able to spot this. It's essentially a log bridge, but it's a triple log that have been set side by side and then banded together. So it looks pretty sturdy.
Nice.
Small light people first. I want to go across first.
And little do you know that the insides of the logs have been permanently enchanted with the grease spell. So as soon as you go on, welcome to Cowabunga and dexterity. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ah!
So,
So are they actually greased, or are you just being funny?
I'm just being funny. What's the name of that
okay.
that TV show, the frickin' water park show, where they gotta like bounce on the frickin' things and the obstacles are all knocking them into the water all the damn time?
Wipeout.
Wipeout, yes.
Yeah, Wipeout.
And always getting punched in the face with rubber
right,
gloves.
yes, and then the sound effects and the commentary. How you just picture that.
Womp womp.
oh, can I switch my token to the art that I have for it?
Oh, absolutely. Let's, I can do that from the primary screen. Okay,
Thank
remove
you.
that. Oh, engine's lagging a little bit for me here. There we
Got
go.
So are we just in like a transitional area, or are we missing a map up?
We're in a transition area, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, we are crossing the river here on the bridge, making our way to wherever this cave is.
I'm going to fly above everybody and keep an eye on the water to make sure that there's nothing poking around.
My, you can fly?
Yeah, that's why I really wasn't too worried about getting across. But since you guys found a bridge, I'll keep an eye to make sure there's nothing popping up in the water.
Thank you very much.
DM,
I'm gonna make a face up at the person flying in the sky because I have to walk.
What's happening, Cleve?
I gotta pick up my daughter from her.
Oh, for sure, man. Got family obligations? Absolutely, man. No worries. We'll still be going here for you a while longer if you get back and want to jump back in. Otherwise, yeah, we will catch you next Monday, my friend.
Well, I got a couple more minutes, so I'll let you know when I drop out.
Very cool. I dig it. Okay, for Gideon, I'm unable to access the artwork that you have. Are you able to assign that to your token slot?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
Cool. Yeah, once you can do that, then I can fix it all up with the lines of sight and what have you, and then we'll get rolling. Aha!
Done.
I found it. And update. Perfect. There. Alright, you should be good to go on any of our future maps here.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Finding the cave network is not difficult at all, especially once you make it across the river. It is not a difficult process. In fact, even the least perceptive of you can kind of make out this very large cave entrance that initially you're thinking some kind of giant or possibly even a dragon of some kind might be inside. So a bit of caution as you approach, even though you've been told this is an uninhabited network of caves. which of you is best at survival? I would say roll that with advantage. I assume that the party is assisting. We don't necessarily have to meta who is exactly the best, but if you think you're pretty darn good at it, then roll it up.
I'm also going to give guidance.
It would not be me.
Nice.
So roll survival again, or keep the 25 I rolled?
We are rolling again for this particular area. Alright. Teaming up there.
Guidance is what, an extra D4?
Yes.
It does seem that she was being truthful, because there's no evidence of any tracks or anything living here, even though it's a very large cave.
Oh, good, because I thought I just stepped in something.
Wonderful. Who's the best at making sure we're safe? I feel like they should keep the map, tracking and such.
Define keeping us safe.
I mean, somebody who knows what they're doing and guiding us and such. Unless you want me to keep the map on me.
Well, I mean, you made it. I wouldn't be against you keeping it.
It's fair.
It works for me.
Alrighty.
I'm an orc, I'm better at stumbling around.
Fair enough. Then I guess I'll help with the charge then.
Or do you mean as like who should go in the cave first? Is that what you're trying to reference?
Well, yes. Who's the best at finding things like traps and such in case of emergencies?
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's because we have a map here, so it can tell us where the different alleyways and such would go and which way is a dead end. I'd be willing to do it. It's just I'm not the best at finding things.
My perception and survival are both 6s, but I don't have dark vision if that becomes a problem.
I can
I throw up dancing lights.
I have dark vision and a survival and perception of 5, but not 6.
This is fair.
I also have dark vision too, considering it's my natural ability.
Alrighty. I believe we have the people who will lead our troops. Those who can see in the dark and also know how to see traps and perceive any dangers.
Who said they have really great survival and wisdom?
Sound off who's the best survival. Who has a 6?
I have a 6, but I think the 5 is pretty good and they have dark vision, so they probably should lead.
Alrighty. So I guess we have our leader. I'll mage hand.
Well, I'm gonna. What's your character's name, Proctor? Was that you who was talking? I missed it.
Yeah, I'm Toki Toki.
Toki Toki. So, here, Toki Toki, have this bullseye lantern.
Okay. I'll also allow the mage hand to continue with you all.
So, Proctor, you have a bullseye lantern now, and it casts bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours on a flask, 1 pint of oil.
Sweet.
Okay.
So basically, you now have dark vision now for this tunnel.
I'm also using mage hand to essentially guide you with the map, so you have your hands free, giving you guidance, just in case anything fucky wucky happens.
That's
I just
fantastic.
All right, then I will lead on.
All right. Now, how... I don't want to, lead y'all too much here. How are we kind of approaching our passage in these caves?
Me and my owl will probably be in the middle.
And then are we marching through normal pace? Are we double timing? Are we going stealth and everybody's at half speed?
I would think normal speed.
Normal speed, especially after hearing that there's no traps or anything note being told of that, it's not a dangerous cave.
And not seeing anything thus far, like outside or anything like that, so.
I'm walking stealthy, but still in my head I'm saying, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Alright.
Is somebody making fun of me?
Judar is ready to defend himself.
Very cool. Kind of having as best as possible, a persistent dodge action, contingent on perception, of course. Alright, so let me just check a couple of things here. 42. What is the meaning of life?
So with my background trait, I probably wouldn't have to look at your map too much.
Are you an Outlander?
Nice.
Yes.
Sick. That means the map. Once you see it, you know the ways. Sweet.
Heck yeah. After a good 15-20 minutes of just kind of walking through at a normal pace, being as perceptive as we can, there's definitely no evidence that anything lives in here. There are some faint tracks of light-footed, so to speak, having come through here at some point in the last month or so. So it definitely kind of rings true with an elven presence in here. But nothing comes out, nothing ambushes you, and a sense of confidence begins to build as we progress through the larger and more labyrinthine network of tunnels ahead, which, thankfully, due to the map that we have, is made infinitely easier. What could have easily been a day and a half of wandering through, looking at this map, easily 30 different passages at a few different junctions in the caves. We're able to turn this into about a 2.5 hour march from the start of the cave to the end of the map, as indicated by the headless enchantress. And we do indeed find a very exquisite stone door that has a Fellowship of the Ring kind of vibe to it. It's got some obvious engravings written in the side of it that don't really match up with any of the known languages, or even the rarer ones like Primordial, Celestial, Infernal.
Ooh. Hold on. How do I do this? It's something about now. Do I do that? Is that how I do that? Scribe's Insight.
Right, and that is an additional point of befuddlement, because as you cast that, even the magic of the comprehension doesn't seem to decipher whatever these runes are.
Oh, great.
I'll go ahead and sit down and start doing my ritual detect magic. Just give me 10 minutes, folks. To
10
learn,
years later.
essentially to learn more about whatever is going on with this door. I know she said it had to be dispelled, but to kind of assist in what I'm going to have to do, the dispel, I'm doing this first.
While you're doing that, Gideon, roll a performance check.
Oh.
No way!
I'm a halfling. It's fine. It's a
So-
24.
Well, you're a
Yeah.
halfling. You're a halfling, right? Yeah. Ha.
I was gonna say if we didn't have that, then it would be the auto natural 20 for the evening. As Asilatem is kind of going through his ritual, and you're continuing to just kind of look around the area, looking at the runes on the door, it occurs to you that it might not be a language, it might be a primitive form of notating music.
Ooh, can I play my... I know I did a performance check, but can I... I'm better with my lyre, drums, or lute.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now that you've kind of identified it with the initial check, you can roll a second one to see if you can kind of play along with what it's showing you.
Wonderful. I'm gonna pull out my lyre, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself as well.
Okay. DC 15 exactly.
Sweet.
So some of you are maybe not necessarily noticing what Gideon is doing. Playing an instrument during downtime is not necessarily anything unusual, but the tune that is being played has a very ethereal and ancient sound to it, and even some of the notes as you're playing them are kind of unusual and strange in your hands. You have to kind of contort your fingers in ways you're not used to. And you almost kind of think like, well, whatever species designed these must have had like 8-fingered hands or maybe like 4 arms or something, because this is incredibly complex.
I'm gonna start using my mage hand as well to help me with this.
Very cool. And with that, you do make the DC, and the rest of you who are just kind of caught off guard by this strange tune are equally caught off guard when the door just kind of parts at an invisible seam in the middle and just invisibly disappears into the walls. Once it finishes sliding open, it's now indistinguishable from the walls around it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Special
that'll work.
doors.
Can I quickly write down the tune that I played in case it becomes prevalent later on?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh.
would definitely notate that on your sheet.
Alright.
Is there a way that I can provide insight as for what was written due to Scribe's insight? Like, as like notational, like sidebar notes to it.
Definitely. You're definitely aware of the process that was just applied here and why your Scribe's insight kind of saw directly to the problem, whereas the performance kind of saw through it, so to speak.
Got it. So he's got like extra special notes then of the store now.
Right.
Care to take a look at my notes? I offer up my notes.
Ah, well, yes, thank you.
Is this an old issue of Mad Magazine? You wrote this? So perhaps surprisingly, on the other side of this magical door, it proceeds about 10 feet ahead to a dead end. But looking down at the floor ahead of you, those of you who are particularly perceptive, passive perception 14 or higher, call out.
So close.
No, I only have a 13. Wait, hold on. I have more.
I don't think any of us would have a 14 perception or passive
I do.
wisdom
I'm
right
with
now.
16.
16.
Oh, we got one.
I was like, if somebody's trained in it, you gotta have it at this point. Decent wisdom.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was
training.
thinking.
So Tuki fortunately spots. Okay, well this is
I
just.
rolled a 20 and a 23 on perception.
All right. Your passive perception is just kind of what is going on around you when you're not actively being called upon to roll, so I think it's 10 plus whatever your bonus is. So if your perception is like +6, for example, your passive is a 16.
I'm 15.
Perfect. So yeah, you and Tuki both note that, yes, this passage does dead end, but the floor right there at the dead end is an illusory effect disguising a clear pool of water.
Would I have how long did his figuring out the music and everything take, such that did I have 10 minutes?
You did.
Or was
not.
that pretty quick that he figured that out?
It was relatively quick. I'd say you were maybe like 6 or 7 minutes in.
Okay.
He finished up.
I'd probably one moment.
Yeah, we could
And try to finish so that I have detect magic for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually a very optimal thing to do, to give him the last 4 minutes.
Oh, why not?
4 minutes is 4 minutes. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna reorganize my pack.
So essentially, we walk up to the door with detect magic going wherever that door is.
Right. Well, a lot can happen in 4 minutes, so let's
True.
see.
I could roll an investigation.
Let's just see how this looks. Ta-da! Somehow you're back in the Elven Woods with the Tarrasque!
Oh, he's a Tarrasque.
What?
Is it a baby Tarrasque?
Yeah, you can only hope.
It was in the water?
No. Another breaking the fourth
I know how to
wall.
kill it in one turn.
Oh! I'm gonna run my ass away then. See ya! So yes, what are we doing in response to the pool of water here? We do have a few people, or a couple people who've seen it. Asilatem is going to finish his detect
Was
magic
knowledge
ritual.
of that shared?
I'm sorry?
Was knowledge of that shared in the intermeeting time?
I guess I'm assuming so.
Sweet. Can I?
So would I need to roll like perception to figure out what's going on in the water, or what?
Can I cast Produce Flame to get a light source and go over to inspect the water?
Yes, and yes. If you want to inspect and produce flame, for sure. If you want to try to figure out what the others are doing there, Blaze, you can roll a active perception check. Well, you don't even need to roll an active, because your passive has already spotted that there's something going on. Like, that's a pool of water. It's not an actual floor. And a couple points higher doesn't really determine anything other than that. It just seems that to the casual observer, they might think, well, this sucks, this is a dead end, but for those who can kind of see through the effect, it's like, well, the passage does continue, but we might have to hold our breath here for a few moments.
Can I do a nature check to figure out if this water is like regular or if it's magical in nature?
Sure. Around the same time that Asilatem is finishing the ritual, flying over.
I'm trying to lick it.
Yep. Flying over to the pool of water, it's clear enough that you can see it just seems to go straight down like 40 feet. And it's a very narrow tunnel that this goes down. So if you're afraid of water or tight spaces, this is probably intentionally created to deter people from progressing any further, should they even see through the illusion.
I'm screwed.
Dope!
And it's the only thing with detect magic that we see is the illusion there. There's nothing else on the wall or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I see no other magic other than this illusion that you found.
Should
and
I
there- Go ahead. Sorry.
should I create a new familiar so that it can check it, or I can potentially just feel around with
Does
it?
somebody have create or destroy water that we can, remove this water?
Only thing I have is absorb elements.
Sadly, I did not pack that today.
Water's an element, right?
Can anybody light up the water so that we can see further down? Perhaps.
I'm not seeing. Yeah, the water itself is not magical, correct?
It is not.
Okay. So I'll go ahead, drop detect magic, because I'll throw up the dancing lights, and I can send them 120 feet.
Gotcha.
So, like, my furthest one can be 120 feet away. And then
Okay.
it kind of comes back from there. So we should be able to see pretty far down into the water, assuming it's a straight shot. So they'll kind of go down as far as they can.
Right. It is a straight shot for about 80 feet, and then you can see that it kind of angles away. And then from that, the dancing lights provide another 15 or 20 feet of illumination to where you can see, yeah, clearly, if there was no water in here, somebody would just fall 80 feet and then hit this ramp and slide out of sight.
That is definitely a ways down there.
Do we wish for me to throw down my familiar as a different type? If not, we can continue on and come back here.
Can it send information back to us?
Yes, up to 100 feet away.
We might as well.
Alrighty. Give me but a moment. And I'm gonna change my familiar to be I believe I can do an octopus, but let me check.
I want a kraken.
It's just as a note, that takes an hour.
Fair enough. Perhaps perhaps later then?
Hold on. Let me see what I can wild shape into. Give me a moment.
Can you become a salmon?
You're sure? What? You should be able to do quite a bit.
So yeah, just a one of those classic D&D stories. While we're looking this up, I think Evil Dawn has one of the best wild shape stories ever. We've told it 100 times, but I don't know how many people in this collective have ever heard it, if ever. I used to do a thing called the Hackmaster Tournament after each of our completed campaigns, because, some players kind of get competitive. My character can do this, well, my character can do this. Well, if you tried this, then I would do this. And we put together the Hackmaster as a way of kind of putting action to the words. And we had a bracket tournament between all the characters, the winner of which would be the Hackmaster champion. Well, Dawn in this particular match against another player, he is playing his 3rd edition Druid. And keep in mind, these characters are like epic level, like super 3rd edition epic level, level 35, level 40. We had been playing these characters like 5 years plus. He's going against the half-orc fighter. And the terrain that they are fighting within is a murky swamp, which of course is going to benefit the druid, intentionally so. In this case, there was a 2 out of 3 matches for each character, so each character got to kind of pick their ideal setup as far as what they wanted. Of course, the fighter, he wanted like close quarters, like nowhere for the druid to fly away and hide, that he could just get in close and wail on him. Well, Dawn wanted the swamp, and then the third match, if it came to it, I would choose something that would be a little bit advantageous and disadvantageous to both parties. So Dawn, at the start of combat, wild shapes into a goldfish in this murky-ass swamp, and swims right up to James's character, gives him a gives him a little smooch on the ankle, and casts the harm spell, which if you know 3E, you have 1d4 hit points remaining. This is a 39th level half-orc fighter. He has 496 hit points. Now he has 2. Just like that.
That is ridiculous.
And then Don cast like a simple 2nd level lightning whirlwind effect that just wiped him out after that. It was like, well, that was effective.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, when you're playing epic level characters in those kinds of environments, things tend to get very insane, and you just kind of like, well, I mean, we're not fighting freaking thugs in alleys for copper pieces anymore, for sure. And yeah, that is our shape-shifting tangent. How's things looking on your side there, Dom?
Yeah, looks like well, never mind, that's a large beast, that's not gonna work. Just probably do like a seahorse and turn into a seahorse and head down and keep the dancing light so that I can see where I'm going and see where this thing takes me.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well,
I feel like octopus would be the best because it could actually attack things. Jeez.
It is a simple matter to descend down into the clear waters, 80 feet to where the dancing light is positioned, and then further down the passage to where you can only see about another 40 feet from the dancing light, and you can see that this ramp descending at the downward trajectory it still continues beyond that.
I'm sorry, I said seahorse. I meant the octopus. I missed that on the first one. But that'll give me dark vision for 30 feet past that. I'm going to keep going until I see an exit, assuming I don't see anything of danger.
Gotcha. Are you progressing at normal speed or kind of cautious half speed? Or I don't give a fuck about anything double speed?
Let's do half speed, now that I'm unsure about my surroundings.
And by yourself. Fortunately, this area also appears to be uninhabited. There's you've of course got growth of algae and different schools of fish that are kind of swimming through here that have kind of made the habitat their own, but nothing predatory comes and attacks you. The ramp continues down for about another 100 feet before finally it levels out to just a straight passage that is still continuing to head away from the entrance. This goes on for a good while. You want to say probably 200-300 feet before you notice that a ramp meets you on the other side that is now heading
How long
up.
is this tunnel?
And sure enough, it's from this point a mirror image of the entry. You now go up a ramp for another 100 feet, and then it just goes straight up for 80 feet and emerges into a pool that is inside of a small room. This room definitely has an ancient feel about it. It's made of stone, but it has also been somehow treated to last and endure what just has the feeling of thousands and thousands of years. It's a big enough room for the party that you have with you, but just barely.
Okay, do I see anything? Like, anything that isn't like a natural structure?
You do not. You see another pool of water across the way from you, which you're hoping isn't another descent into somewhere else. But as you take a look to your left, you do see just very faintly what appears to be a door. Little difficult to tell with the dark vision because you're seeing everything in like blacks and shades of gray, but it does look like that might be a door.
Okay. I don't know how we're all going to get there, but I'm going to head back and let everybody know what I found.
All right. So maybe about 10-15 minutes after Tuki has left, he returns and has a story to tell.
Wonderful. So you found a room with a door.
So
yeah, but it's not going to be an easy trip.
You said it was 300, roughly, so it's 80 feet down. You said a 100-foot ramp, a 300-foot tunnel, another 100-foot ramp, and then an 80-foot ramp. So that is quite the bit of swimming.
And any of us have the lungs for it. Or we could. There seems to be a door connected to it, so we might be able to find it. I'm gonna check the map.
You check the map. You are this section that is ahead is the first section that is off the map.
Okay, so might
Yeah.
Alrighty. I want to take some papers out and essentially start. Since I have jack of all trades, cartography. Trying to figure out where that section is, and I'm going to essentially start mapping this place out.
All right. Based on Tuki's description, it seems that this is more or less a straight shot directly away from the far western edge of the map that you have. So you're essentially drawing another 400, 500 feet west.
Yeah. Should I do a roll to see how good I can make it?
Sure.
Accurate.
I would say probably a perception.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's
Nice.
pretty dang good. Yeah, it does look like it heads straight away from the map that we have at hand. And based on that roll, it does not look like any of the existing
that's what I'm doing, and
passages
I
would
assume we're
connect.
Interesting. So there are hidden doorways and such. We should keep our eyes out for that.
We should try and stay on the map.
What was that?
We should try and stay on the map.
This is fair, but there might be treasures in the side rooms. But yeah, we should probably get to the map areas. But let us continue. Hello?
As you're looking back over the map and you're kind of considering where else to go, this is the chamber that she told you about and directed you to on the map that you created. So you've essentially reached the end of the journey that she was able to take you on. And it appears the only way forward into whatever this ancient ruin is with the weather device is through this water tunnel.
So there's no other way?
How high of an athletics do we need to swim it?
It's more a matter of your constitution score, although athletics will certainly allow you to get more distance each round.
I have a question for the DM. So there is a druid spell that would be useful, but it's not one I prepared today. Is there a mechanic to like retrain a spell in the beginning of the day, or would we have to wait for a long rest for me to prepare it?
We would need to wait for a long rest, but the positive thing in that respect is it is coming up towards the end of the adventuring day at this point. The last long rest we took was on the mountaintop cabin, and we traveled several hours to get to the Elven Woods. We've traveled many hours from the Elven Woods to get to the cave, and about 2.5 hours through the cave to get to this point. So it's getting near dinner time right now, so if we want to use this place to take a long rest and you can retrain your spell for the following morning, that's totally an option.
Yeah, I have an air bubble spell that would allow everybody to be able to breathe while we traverse through this area.
Righteous.
That sounds like it would be exactly what we need.
Indeed.
I'm here. I'm for the rest.
Yeah, setting up camp in this location should be okay. Nothing seems to really move through here, so.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's coming out of the water behind you, and anything that comes before you, you've kind of got you got your backs to the wall, but you've got your entire party too, so.
I'm good with
Do
the
say we should probably rest here for the night and try to pursue this more in the morning. I do believe we should set up rotations as for making sure that we have watches set up.
Well, I can also set up a magical dome for us that should keep things away from us.
Wonderful. We're level 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Human's tiny. Yep.
Anybody care for some good berries?
I would love a good berry.
I would not argue that.
I pass out my good berries.
I would want fish.
Good berries are good.
Well, we are near a fishing hole of sorts if you want to try to capture something out of there. Might not be anything too big, but might be enough for a single meal.
Wait, is there
Kinda-
around?
I would make an attempt to catch a fish then.
All right. Not too many of them coming up to the top of the pool here where you're all camped out. They're more towards the bottom straight passageway, so we're definitely going to need some lure and some fishing equipment. Most adventurers between their adventuring packs tend to have some of that stuff, so simple survival check from Jaime, and let's see what we are looking at. Well, that is not bad at all. Yeah, you do catch yourself a nice piece of fish there.
Interesting.
I keep it to myself and eat it raw.
Give it to us raw. And
I have a small knife. I could carve it up.
Are there any animals, by the way? Like, perhaps bugs or anything?
There are some bugs crawling around. You do notice a couple small spiders up in corners.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals virtually. If we're bunking down for the night and trying to get information on this place. I'm also gonna play music to lure them closer.
All right. Sounds like a good way to spend an evening. And none of the bugs up here can really give much information about what's on the other side of the water. But you do catch sight at one point of a frog that kind of hops through your campsite on the way back into the water.
gonna try to catch his attention.
And from Kermit here, you are able to learn that on the other side... Oh, is your push to talk set? We're getting some background feedback from you there, pal. There we go. What this thing can tell you is that on the other side of the pool of water, there are... Man, how would a frog explain this? Let's just see how eloquent. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. This frog describes what is on the other side of the door as a swarm of golden beetles.
Oh.
And they are mean.
Interesting. Can I try to do an insight to figure out what that might mean?
Sure. Possibly also a nature check.
I'd rather do a nature check. I'll have my owl help me and guidance myself.
Okay. Sweet. It gets a little tricky when you're talking about planet hopping. Just how expansive one's knowledge can be from world to world. But you are familiar with certain species of golden beetles that some of which are known to spit acid. Some of them are kind of like scarabs that they just swarm you and just devour the flesh off of your bones in a matter of minutes.
Okay.
That's the two best examples you can kind of conjure up.
All right.
So you're saying they're good at exfoliation?
Is there any other information he can give me? Or is that all? In return, I will give him a good berry.
Nice.
Try and make him my friend.
It is very interested in chatting mostly about the life under the water and the different friends it has there and the friends it misses. And it doesn't go into too much detail other than it saw the mean golden beetles and it was lucky to escape with its life, and it has never tried to squeeze past that door since.
Alright. I'll, if he'll be willing to, stay with us to essentially be our guide, I'll offer it more food.
That's make a deal you can't refuse.
It's true.
The night passes without incident for those of you assigned on watch and those of you resting through the evening, with one exception. At the midnight hour, a distinguishable hum begins to emanate from the west, and some of you kind of sense it by the ripples in the water that begin to appear. The rest of you are definitely aware of it as soon as the ground begins shaking. It's not like an earthquake, but more of like a gentle rumble, like the entire dungeon has just become like a massage bed. And this goes on for about 15-20 minutes before, just as inexplicably as it came, it goes away.
Can I use my proficiency with whatchamacallit? Musical tools to essentially write down what the hum was?
can roll a performance check, yeah, see how accurately you're able to decipher it.
May I use my musical tool instead? Because I don't have performance trained.
Oh, sure.
Would, 'cause I know when we landed here, we all kind of sent, like those that had magic, could sense where relatively the magic on this place. Was there a change in that magical field?
There is during that 20 minutes span.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it kind of returns back to its familiar presence somewhere off to the west.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that sounded like a consistent D flat, if Gideon is not mistaken. And otherwise, the evening passes without incident. You all can get your long rest, restore all of your abilities, full hit points, and half of your expended short rest hit dice, if any of you were in that boat. I know it's a little hard to track after a couple weeks off. Yeah, sure thing. Cast another good berry there, yeah.
I'm gonna offer offer a few up for people as a in case of emergencies. Pop this.
Pretty cool. Give everybody, like, how many, for example, just so they know what to write on their sheet.
I believe there are 7 of us, so each person would have at least 3.
Cool.
That'll
I
work.
choose not to get a good berry.
I refuse.
I rely on my own strength to survive.
That's funny. If you're in the Twitch right now, it's like just as the sad song starts to play. Like, here, have some good berries, everybody. I refuse. Bum, 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 bum.
Gideon will remember that.
This insult will not be forgotten.
Oh, you're down? You need some healing? Berries, I'm sorry, bud.
Oh yeah, I gave those all to the snake in the last room. He was hungry. He said you didn't like him.
Shame.
I start peeing on the wall, say I own this room.
Prestidigitation. I own these rooms.
Hey, Dom, would you post up that spell, the air bubble you were talking about there? See what that looks like.
Yeah, so I went to go look for it on Roll20 and I couldn't find it, and I went back to look at it. Apparently, I should have looked at it more. Apparently, it's a Spelljammer spell, so I don't think that quite qualifies.
Like in what respect? Because we don't have access to the book?
Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, because it's not. I don't know if Spelljammer is technically an official.
I believe it's an official.
Yeah,
it's officially released. We just don't have it in our compendium. But I mean,
I can. If you want, I can pop it. I have it in mine.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, if we can just copy it over to the chat log. There's no reason that Tuki couldn't have it. It's just going to be more of a manual entry to the character sheet. They made me fart in D minor. No, shouldn't it be F minor? Or F major.
Depends on the volume and whether you were purposeful about the fart. Does make a difference.
The brown noise.
Sad trombone sounds.
So,
You might want to check that.
That only works on one person.
Right. I will be able to cast it on the 3 people that have the lowest con to help them.
Gotcha.
I'm but a small man, please. I need your help.
Right. I mean, it will tap me out of 2nd level spells as well, which isn't super terrible, but we all need to get to that other side.
If need
Anybody
be,
has a bag of holding on them?
I do
I'll
not.
get inside.
But what we could do is, essentially the strongest of us, if we tie ourselves to it, and even if we go unconscious, we have those good berries.
Yeah. I do have a bag, to answer your question, I do have a bag of holding, but there's no air in there. So you'd still be in the same predicament.
If only Zeltia was in this campaign.
Yeah, but at least I won't be in the water.
I don't think you're going to fit in the bag either.
I
They're
should.
not
I'm
very
about
big.
medium-sized.
Yeah,
I'm medium-sized.
I don't think a medium-sized creature can really fit in a bag of holding, can they? I think only small can. Unless you start, like, tearing arms off and stuff.
maybe their head can fit.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that inside the bag of holding, I think it's I think it's about 3-foot cube of items that can fit in there. I don't remember.
Yeah, but the issue is getting into it. Because it's got a small opening.
Sure. I guess the argument can also be made that he is playing a cat, and they tend to contort
Squeeze.
themselves.
I mean, if you would...
I can make an athletic check, so...
It's the same mechanical thing, but it is avoiding the character
The water.
fear. Mechanically, it's the same thing.
If you want into the bag, before we go in, we can definitely, you can definitely, before I jump into the water, you can definitely jump in the bag, I guess.
Wow, my backpack all of a sudden has all this rope in it. Maybe we could use that.
To tie us, yes.
Make it come along? Yeah.
Oh, not to tie it. No.
You're coming with us.
Drag any dead body along.
So do we want to figure out who's got low constitution then, and for who gets the air bubbles?
Yep.
Have only.
It's going to be our best bet.
I forget, how long can you hold your breath per constitution modifier? Is it a minute or something?
I'm looking that up right now.
I forget what the exact rule is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be in the...
And the propulsion from the flatulence of the good berries should help swim faster.
Judar is a 14.
How many are there? What, 7 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need it, obviously, because I can wild shape, so that leaves 6. So I can give the air bubble to half of you.
It's fine. Don't worry about me.
I will totally take it. I will not say no to an air bubble to make it guaranteed that I make it across.
My constitution is 14, so I would probably survive it if I don't go in the bag of holding.
I've got a constitution of 15, but I'm big, so I'll probably sink and then run across the bottom.
A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1, plus its constitution modifier minimum of 30 seconds. So, I mean, we're talking at least a minute for most of you, which should be doable considering that there's nothing really impeding your progress, but definitely the air bubbles are going to make it much more feasible for those of you with the lower con scores, just in case your athletics checks kind of cause you to linger at certain points, because it is kind of difficult swimming straight down, then at the angle, then straight across, and then back up. Like, you got to be pretty athletic to make this swim.
Yeah. That would
Right,
be
so
my
it probably
concern.
wouldn't be, it wouldn't necessarily be the low con people, it'd be the low strength people.
I would love to have an air bubble then. I am a squishy little weak gnome.
Yeah. I feel that I have good constitution to make the swim, but I don't trust my arms to carry me. What did we say it is? 500 feet of swimming up and down? I don't think I can manage that one.
Who's the strongest and most hardy of us then? Because I can give you bardics as well as guidance, so you'll be doubled up.
Half-orc is probably one of the stronger.
I can also
I have an 18.
hardy, so we can tie most of us weaker folk onto you, and then I'll help you out as best I can, so you would have advantage as well.
I imagine the 80 feet down will be no problem. I'll sink like a rock, but the 80 feet on the way up on the other side might be a bit of an issue.
Fair enough, but I believe with all the help, you'll be able to do it. I truly believe in you. Bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Judarza has an 18 strength.
And my bardic inspiration is special, because I'm the type of bard I am.
That's right, you guys didn't know that you brought Arnold Braunschweiger with you. He can pump you all up, carry you under one arm, and swim you to the other side.
So should we roll an athletics check?
Yeah, once we are ready to go, if you have the air bubble, no need to roll. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get across, because you're going to have plenty of time.
I took an air bubble.
The Silverton is also like one.
How many air bubbles did I give out?
I'm gonna baby Bjorn myself to the strong guy.
So yeah, who all got a bubble?
Gnome did.
Asilitum.
So 2 people. And then...
How many can he give?
He can give one more.
I mean, if I don't have to use my last second level spell, that'd be okay. But, I mean, if somebody needs it, I will certainly give it to them.
Good point.
I'm good.
I only have an athletics of 3, so I don't know.
I'm also giving you bardic inspiration.
That's better than several of us.
That's why I'm baby Bjorning myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
All right. Cat want to jump into the bag?
Meow. You guys better
Jump in the
put,
bag.
You guys better put like a kitty condo inside of that thing. And like a timer as well, so like he knows once he's in there he has X amount of minutes before air is gone. So yeah, whoever's diving in and is in need of rolling athletics check, roll it up. Athletics from Blaze, you are good to go. It is 1 check to make it all the way across. Judar, on the other hand, it's a little difficult making your massive frame down this narrow tunnel, so it's not as optimal as you would like. getting from one side to the other. What's your Constitution score?
Which
14.
was it Judar or Blaze that had the inspiration?
Blaze had it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cleve. What was that?
14.
14. Yeah, you're good. So it's a bit of a slower slog because you're lugging a lot of gear and a lot of weight around with all that muscle, but you definitely make it through. It's just a on the other side.
I got 100 foot of rope trailing behind me if anybody needs to grab on.
That's it then, huh? Just the two of them had to make the rolls? Because
Yep,
otherwise
as-
Drist is in the bag and everybody else can either breathe underwater or has a bubble.
I'm currently strapped onto I think it's Blaze.
Right. So you're just holding your breath and you're good to go for
Yeah.
duration because he made a good check.
You also get
We made it.
best fuck.
Once we're to the other side, I'll open the bag and pull the cat out.
Yeah, I'll untie you. You're good.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
I stretched out and breathe,
Oh jeez.
and then I start looking for some pebbles on the floor to put in my pocket.
Alright. Some pebbles to be found. Out of curiosity, is this just me seeing the glitch, or can more of you actually see on the other side of the door?
I can see nothing except for blackness.
I can see my token. That is it.
I see
Yeah,
nothing.
I see
Just blackness.
tokens and some stone flooring and stuff on each side.
I see-
Interesting.
I see tokens in a room.
Now I see it. Now I see everything.
There's something that I can click on.
Who is it that, was it Eldon that can only see their own token?
Not me.
No, that was Tuki Tuki.
Tuki can only see. That explains that. Okay, you should be good to go there.
I am.
Be right back. Need to switch headphones.
Oh, no worries. We are going to actually close it out here in this room as it is before we tackle the locked door ahead. We can see that will be the next challenge for us. Just wanted to get us onto this map so we can kind of see what is in store for us for next time around.
Can you hear me?
Hello,
we can
hello.
hear
In the meantime, send us back here to the home page.
Oh, is that it for tonight?
That is a wrap, my friend. I'm going to put us on the closing out screen here on the stream. Get some player feedback from everybody. See how you like tonight. An entire RP session, pretty much.
I had a blast. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good laughing with you guys.
Dan,
Second time I've
We
been
ha-
a
we
bag
have
of
a-
second time. The second time I've gone in a bag of holding in a campaign.
Fantastic addition of a bard to our group. I think that helped a lot with some of our checks tonight.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Noble Thief. Welcome back. So good to have you.
Thank you very much. It was nice to be back.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I was going to
Happy-
leave that revelation for Cleve. We have Patient asking in the chat log what happened to the elf lady. Did she get pushed off a cliff? And yeah, Cleve was kind enough to lop her head off with the greatsword.
Slowly.
It took 2 hits.
hacking.
Fantastic stuff tonight. Glad that you all had fun. We definitely have plenty of stuff prepared here for our Monday night game for the weeks ahead, because I took last week and did some prepping for all 3 of our sessions. And yeah, we're only in the first room of many to come that I have set up here for your future adventures. So stay tuned on Monday nights. Make sure you claim your seat, if that even becomes a permanent thing. Sounds like people are kind of want more of a steady rotation here, so we're going to see how that pans out when I poll the rest of the community. But in the meantime, nice long RP session here. A little bit longer session than usual, but I had a blast watching you guys take over the table. That's always the best part for me as GM, is when I'm not really playing at all and I'm just kind of watching everybody else do their thing. So have a great evening, friends. Catch you tomorrow for Open Table Tuesday night. And in the meantime, are you with us?
Thank you much.
Thank you very much.
See you, Tragic.
Good night.
Thank you.